All right, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect, the teachings word, and our true faith and sincerity. And yeah, man, today I just want to get into a lesson about Lot, man, because we represent Lot, man. You know, we in this place, Sodom, spiritual Sodom, which this America is way worse than Sodom, man. You know, this place America is way worse than Sodom. And guess what? We had to go through what Lot went through, man. You had to see trainings and all that. You got young faggots, you got old faggots. You know, and guess what? It's like this here in America, man. You got 5-year-olds. Got a 5-year-old boy. Yeah, I mean, with a damn tiara on, man, a dress. You know, it's straight madness out here, and that's why we can confidently say that America's going down. Thus said the Bible, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to throw this place down, man. But Lord willing, this is going to be an edifying lesson. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and in verse 6. It says, "In turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly." Yeah, they was an example, man, of what not to do. When you make an example, that means that's the measuring stick, you know, what to do and what not to do. And that judgment what was placed on Sodom was that fine brimstone, and we're going to get into that, and we're going to get into that Genesis 19 chapter, you know. But it was made for an example, man. Matter of fact, I think that's in Jude as well. Let's see, I think that's in Jude, verse 7, I believe. Yeah, this Jude verse 7, 1 and 7 says, "Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire." So yeah, it was gonna happen again anyway, man. That's why we could tell you that America's gonna be destroyed by the thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, and from the fire of the chariots as well. You know, but those missiles, man, that's that evil genius that got destroyed by his own device, man. But that's how the Lord get down. He's gonna with those missiles. That's the Lord's army, you know. But we know that for a fact that America's gonna be burned up with fire, man, by the way of those thermonuclear missiles. And one of the reasons why is because they're following the same acts as Sodom, you know, and Gomorrah, and that's why this place is called spiritual Sodom, you know, because of the deeds that they display, you know. If it act like a duck, walk like a duck, and talk, you know, quack like one, it's a damn duck, man. And that's how it is with America. It's Babylon, you know, it's Nineveh, it's Egypt, and that's why the scripture says, what was written aforetime was written for our. Matter of fact, let me get that before I get into the lesson. So I can bear with me. Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Yeah, so because the things that happened before is meant for us to be comforted today, man. Because this place, America, is getting worse and worse, man. It's getting worse and worse, you know, and that's why we had the comfort of the scriptures that we might have hope. We know that this place is doing the same acts as Sodom, and we're vexed every day, man. So once we go into the scriptures and read the scriptures, we're comforted by Yahweh Shemel Shai that his word said he's going to destroy this place, man. And scripture said he put his word over his name, so it got to come to pass, you know. Lord is just not going to, you know, just bad back because it's America. No. This it for all the heathens to rule, man. After this the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, you know. But this is 2 Peter 2 and 6 again. It says, "In turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Yeah, because matter of fact, let's just get it in Genesis, man. Let's just get it in Genesis. Let's see. I can't really find it. Let's see. Bear with me, Akim. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's start off with when Abraham. Let's see. Bear with me, Akim. Yeah, kind of. Okay, here you go. This is Genesis 18, and I start at verse 20. It says, "And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know." And the men turned their face from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood before yet the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, "Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked?" And yeah, and that's why when we tell people that America is gonna be totally desolate, like there's not gonna be a damn Washington State or Oregon. You're not gonna know any of this, none of these states. Everything's gonna be totally desolate here in America, man. There ain't gonna be no state lines. Everything is gonna be totally desolate, man. You know, and we're not worried about that because we know that the Lord is gonna pluck us out of this place, man. Because that's the only escape. You're in America on the day of the Lord. Yeah, I mean, the only way you're gonna be able to escape those missiles is through the chariots, man. You know. So it says, and Abraham drew near and said, "Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy it and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein?" It says, "That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous shall be as the wicked that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right?" And yeah, he was saying it because he knew that Lot was over there, man. You know, it says, and the Lord said, "If I find Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes." Yeah, and now we know he went down by fives. He said 45 and 40, 35, 30. Now let me jump down to I jumped down to verse 31. It says, and he said, "Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there." And he said, "I will not destroy it for 20's sake." And he see, because the Lord, the remnant is a small number, man. You know, it says, and he said, "Oh, let not the Lord be angry. I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there." And he said, "I would not destroy it for 10's sake." And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. Okay. And yeah, he said he wanted to scroll for 10's sake. But guess what? It was only one man that was in his right mind, man. And that was just Lot, man. You know, which we are that one body. We got that same mind frame. Matter of fact, let's get that in as that First Corinthians, the 12th chapter, I believe. Bear with me, I can. Let's see. Let's get you. I said for as the body is one. Let's see. So like it. Bear with me, I can. Let's see. Ye are the body. Bear with me. Yeah. God. So yeah, this is First Corinthians 12, and it says in verse 27, it says, "Now ye are the body of Mashiach Yahushua, and members in particular." Yeah. So a body is that one body. Matter of fact, let me jump up to verse slightly. Verse 12 says, "For as the body is one and have many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also in Yahushua." So is that one body? Why? Because we got the same mind frame. Let's get that in John 17. Because we represent that just like we was the only one in our mind frames. We the only ones in the right mind frame, man. You know. Let's see. See. Yeah, this John 17, and I started at verse 20. It said, "Neither I pray for these alone, but for them also which believe on me through their word." Why? Because they on that one accord. It said, "How can two walk together except they be agreed?" It's on one accordance, man. It said that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me. Yeah, man. It says, "And the glory which thou gavest me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one," on one accord, man. And though we represent Lot, he was the only one that was vexed in Sodom, man, in Sodom, man, Sodom and Gomorrah, man. What does Chris said? Let's get that back in Peter's, 2 Peter 2 and verse 7. It says, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." Yeah, because though he was the only one in his right mind frame, and we know that he had family there, but he had to leave them behind, man. He had two sons. Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's just get to the point. Matter of fact, and we know that the angels came down. We all know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, man, the discretion of it. But I just want to get to the point. Let's see. Okay. Matter of fact, it says. Let's start at verse 12. Genesis 19 and 12 says, "And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou heard any besides son-in-laws and thy sons and thy daughters and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place." And yeah, but this time we ain't taking none, man. And scripture says also work out your own salvation, because hey, man, this is it right here. We have to have our own personal relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai. We help each other. The scripture says two is better than one. Because you got to keep that flame on us, brother. And if you go off on here now, you can correct them. At the end of the day, we still got to walk our own path. You see what I'm saying? And we're not taking anything out of here, not even these bodies, man. It says, "For we would destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it." And Lot went out and spake unto his son and sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, "Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city." But he seen as one that mocked unto his son. And yeah, see, and that's the thing. These people are not in a sense of urgency, man. We telling these people that the Lord is finna destroy this city called America, man. But they mocked unto it, and they mocked Noah. But guess what? Noah was crazy until that first rain drop, man. You know, and they think that the men of the Lord today, the prophets, are crazy until you see that sun being blocked out, man. When those missiles hit, that's when you're gonna realize you was the crazy one. You know, it says, "And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city." And yeah, and guess what? We doing this spiritually now, man. and it's gonna play out in the physical. The Lord, you know, you're gonna know then that you are saved once you enter into them chariots. But you know, right now we're escaping for the most part this world, man, spiritually, and that's what we're doing. That's what Michael says. Rising apart, for this is not your rest. That means don't get settled here in this place. Cause why? What Lot told his son-in-laws, the Lord is about to destroy this city. So why get settled in something that's about to be torn down? That's just like an old building, you know, that they finna tear down. Why try to move in, but the next week it's finna be demoed, man? You know, it don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? But it says, and while he lingered, the men laid upon his hand and upon his wife and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto them, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass that they brought them forth abroad, and that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mount, lest thou be consumed. And yeah, and this the thing right here. This time, Lot is going to be able to see the discretion of Sodom, man, which, you know, like I said before, we represent Lot, that just Lot, man, because, you know, he was the only one that was in his right mind to know that, hey, man, those how they get down in that city of Sodom and Gomorrah and the other cities about them, hey, that was wicked as hell, man, you know. But this time, we're going to be able to see the destruction of Sodom. Matter of fact, let's get that in Psalms. Salaki, Psalms 91. Yep. Psalms 91 in verse 8, it says, Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Yeah, so you go back to Genesis, it says that don't look behind you, man. You know, so this time we're gonna, you know, Lord willing, part of that known once we get on them chariots, uh, uh, we're gonna see the discretion. I think that's on Revelation the 15th chapter. Let's get that. Let's see. Yeah, this is this Revelation 15:2. It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty, just and true are thy ways, the King of the saints. Yeah, so the sea mingled with glass and fire when those missiles hit, man. You know, and they said they sung the song of Moses. Yeah, you go to Exodus 15:3, the Lord's a man of war. Why did they sung that song when the Lord basically when he poured his fury out on Pharaoh and the chariots, man. By the way, by letting that water come back together, man. Which that's why it's gonna be a lake of fire this time that's gonna utterly consume these people, man. Just cause hey man, hey, that was a heavy moment right there when the water came back together, man. That millions of tons of water, you know, hey man, that was a heavy moment right there, man. But this time it's gonna be fire, man. The lake of fire, you know. But let's go back to Genesis. I think that was pretty much the point on it. It says, I think that was pretty much it on this. I give them, let's see. Oh, matter of fact, I jumped down to verse 24. It says, Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plains and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. See, but his wife looked back from behind him and she became a pillar of salt. Yeah, and that's what happened to a niggas, a nigga that knew he was a Israel, and you ain't, you fell out or anything. The Lord, He got you preserved from those missiles, man. You gonna be a pillar of salt, or you gonna get zapped by those chariots, man. All that moisture is gonna be sucked out of your body, man. But the Lord said He rained upon Sodom and Egypt. So like, hey, that spirit, because He gonna do the same thing to the spiritual Sodom and Egypt. But it says, then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Now, let's see. Bear with me. We can end it off with this. I think it's in the Apocrypha. Yep, Khan. Okay, Khan. Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon is 16:16. It says, for the ungodly that denied to know thee were scourged by the strength of thy arm. See, and that's how it's shot, man. Because the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh is not gonna just come down, man. He gonna send His Son, which Yahweh Shai. That's what He was created for, to deliver, man. He is the deliverer, man. That's His name. It says, with strange rains, hails, and showers were they persecuted, that they could not avoid, and through fire they were consumed. Were they consumed? Yeah, man. So that, and it said with strange rains, hails, and showers where they were persecuted, that they could not avoid. Yeah, because you ain't, when those missiles hit, man, and let's just say it happened that one of the missiles hit 100 miles away from you. Well, you still ain't gonna be able to escape that wind, man. That destroying wind, man. Which it you there's no way you're gonna be able to escape those 200 million missiles, man. Only way you're gonna be able to escape it is through those chariots, man. By the way of the chariots. Lord, we don't part of that number, but that's the only way you're gonna be able to escape this place, man. You know how the angels gave Lot the heads up, to leave before discretion comes. What that's how it's gonna be. The Lord is gonna call us up, but before the missiles hit, man. What said, come up hither and receive not of her plagues. What's the ultimate plague? Those missiles, man. So yeah, Aki, man, I just hope they were edifying. Until the next time, to say shalom.